I was the worst undergraduate student the first time I was in school. Thankfully, I received my degree from the University of Wyoming in 2007 and surprisingly came out with a decent GPA. I learned a lot about time management in my 4 years in Laramie, mostly through trial and error. I learned that to be successful, cramming and procrastination was not an option. I think time management skills are important to practice early in your college career so that later in your junior and your senior year you will be more prepared. I hope that from my mistakes you might learn how to better manage your time while in college. I'm going to give you 3 time management skills that have helped me. My first tip is to set a schedule. It is so important for success in college. Once you receive your schedule for the semester, set blocks of time for your different activities. For example, if you have an hour break between classes, you might use that time to study so that after classes you can go out with your friends or go to the gym. College is a great place to meet people, especially when you are a traditional student. It is a great time to meet friends and to socialize. My advice would be to make sure and set your study schedule so that by the weekend your study load is lighter. Many times throughout college, I would plan on working on homework after a Cowboy football game. Too many times that homework would get pushed further and further back, and before I knew it, I was waking up at 5 a.m. before an assignment to scramble and get it done. If you set time during the week to work on homework, if you are having fun at a football game or at a party, you know that the majority of your workload is complete and you can enjoy the rest of the day with family and friends. I also think it's so important to set realistic study schedules. It's probably more important than merely just setting a schedule. Some people can study more than others. Set a schedule that you will be able to maintain. Challenge yourself, but also know your limits. I never was a student, and I'm still not a student that can go for more than a few hours at a time. According to studyguidesandstrategies.net, .net, blocks are ideally around 15 minutes. However, if you can only work in increments of 30, go for it. Use what works. If you can go for more than a few hours, I'm jealous and want your skills. My second tip I learned from actually it was a business podcast. His name is Yuri Elkum and was a guest on Bulletproof Executive Radio. He recommended to write down 5 things you want to get accomplished that day. He said, by writing it down, you are committing yourself to completing these small tasks. The likelihood of succeeding is greater than if you didn't write it down. I am still working on this skill, but the days that I take the 10 minutes to reflect on the day ahead, I usually get much more done and in a more timely manner. This skill can easily be transferred to your college studies. For example, you could say, today I want to find 2 resources for my next speech project. I would like to study for 2 hours in my anatomy lab. I would like to go on a run. I would like to eat 2 vegetables, and I would like to sweep and mop the floor. By writing all these down, you're organizing your thoughts, and you are visualizing yourself completing these tasks. And lastly, my third tip is to make note cards and keep blank ones with you all the time. I keep them in my purse, I keep them in my backpack. According to lifehack.org, our brains create ingrained memories through repetition. The more times we see and hear things, the more likely we will remember them. When I'm reading my textbook or I'm in class, I keep note cards handy to write down important information. This way I can keep them with me when I'm on the go, in case I have an unexpected block of time. Waiting rooms and restaurants are a great time to flip through note cards. And if you like to run on treadmills, you can always set them up so you can just stare at the words, and it helps to remember. Natalie Portman, she is a film actor and a Harvard graduate. She said, I don't love studying. I hate studying. I like learning. Learning is beautiful. I love this quote, especially when I'm having a hard time concentrating on my studies. If you can remember that all classes in college do build on one another, if you try and succeed in every 30-minute block that you can give towards your studies, you will be so thankful when you are 8 years out of college, like me, wishing that you would have paid more attention and finished all of your assignments. I hope this might inspire you like it did me, and good luck as the semester winds down.